Hey world, so video number 2. I had some thoughts I want to share, but I want to start off with putting out there a little bit who I'm trying to reach out to. Because I know that there's a lot of people trying to make sense of what's going on in the world. And also, I don't know, maybe having a hard time seeing how all of this connects to our spiritual journey as a collective. How to be this spiritual person that's growing and everything and learning and reaching, trying to reach those other places, but also living a regular everyday life that involves going to work and paying the bills and taking care of the kids and taxes and all of the things. And then on top of that, we have shall we say, a bit of chaos happening all around us right now. So I'm trying to speak to folks who are trying to navigate through all of that while also trying to expand as a spiritual person. It's as I'm going to say, regular everyday person, I guess, not somebody who has dedicated their life to spiritual practice, I guess, is the way I'd maybe distinguish that. It can feel really out of reach. It can feel really just not possible, when you hear things like, meditate, just meditate. just commit yourself to meditating every day. Or living more naturally, or living more organically, or taking retreats, or I could go on and on, honestly, but a lot of that can seem out of reach. It can seem non-sustainable. It can even feel like an impediment. But the thing of it is that at this point in time, we're shaping a world where those two things are going to come together very fluidly without it being a chore or a career path, if you will. So that's what I'm trying to speak to. The other thing I want to talk to y'all today, and this word just has been flashing in my brain like wild since I recorded yesterday, and there's been some interesting thoughts and messages coming through on that one. So I want to share this, and it's about the word transmutation or transmuting. And this is a word that is used a lot right now in the spiritual community, and I wanted to discuss a little bit about what that means. What does it even look like, right? You hear various channelers, astrologists, mediums, psychics, you name it. They're all using this word transmute right now. What the hell does that mean? And how do I actually do that in life? Like, honestly, how do I take all these wild emotions and reshape them into something better? There's a mantra at this point, but a phrase that zapped into me as a very young child, and it is something I've lived my life by, and it is: perspective is everything. And that is the key mechanism in transmuting, right? So, for example, we can look at, we'll give some real-time examples and not even hypotheticals. We can look at the current state of our economy, right? We know inflation is skyrocketing in unprecedented ways. We can see it getting worse in very near future and snowballing down a very steep slope. We've got these impending nightmares of losing SNAP benefits and Affordable Care Act subsidies and all of this. We've got trade deals disappearing left and right from all of our international neighbors. Tariffs have all but broke our economy at this point, and it's for those of us who are a bit more aware and have taken some time to think about it, we can see what's coming. So yeah, it's pretty easy to see how our economy is not in jeopardy. It's free falling, right? How do you transmute that? Because I gotta tell you, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anger, and just overall anxiety of what the hell are we gonna do to get through this. I know I have family members that if they lose access to medication, they very well could die very quickly. So there's a lot of worry happening here. And the key here again, transmuting. How do we remove that lower vibrational energy of fear and anger and sadness and heightened anxiety? Is to take a look at perspective, right? If we look at it purely as destruction, then that's all it is. But if we take a step further back, remove ourselves from the equation a little bit, get a bit objective, you know, and we look around a little bit more, we can see what's happening right now is we're tearing down the old to make room for the new. It's not destruction, it's expansion. And it's holding this perspective, maintaining this view of every negative thing we see happening, hear happening, read, you name it. Sorry, critters just got interesting over there. Almost thought we were gonna have a visitor. Okay, anyway. It's alive out here, y'all. If we can see every nuance of what is happening as part of what is essential to make room for that new as we are expanding, as we're growing, it starts to make more sense. You have to apply pressure before things change, and that's what we're seeing right now. There's going to be amazing things that come from the desperation and the hunger. And I know that sounds a little dark to put it that way, but see the light in this. See the beauty in it. Because although it's going to be a serious struggle, this is an opportunity. This is the opportunity we've been waiting for a long time. And that is one in which our neighbors are finally going to see each other and us as neighbors again. There will become a very clear understanding that if we don't band together, our communities will perish. You know, so we're going to see a lot of things pop up. There's already a lot of amazing organizations that were in existence and new ones that have popped up in the last 6 to 10 months, doing fantastic work. This is where we have to focus our attention. We have to look at that, and we have to find ways to involve ourselves with these things as much as we can. Even, you know, if you're super isolated and you can't be hands-on, you know, there are other ways you can help. Contact places, ask. This is what's going to save us in the end. And this is a form of transmutation. It's not just being positive about things. It's not just about feeling something really raw and intense and then finding a way to release it so you feel good. It's not about that. It's about being able to acknowledge reality, step back, remove your own emotion from the equation for a moment, and see the bigger picture and see the trajectory of where things are going, right? Because it's that vision that we have. It's the way that we instinctively know what's coming, the good that we're about to unfurl for each other. That right there is what coalesce into our shared experience of what we call life on Earth, right? So the more that we're focused in on these amazing things with our neighbors, with our elected officials, even, yeah, calling your reps, calling senators, and just being like, hey, this is the world I want to live in. You're my representative. We'll make that happen. You know, not quit hurting us, but this is the world we want. This one. I don't want to tell you about how you've been screwing it up the whole time. I think we're all pretty clear on that, honestly. But this is the world we want. We want a country that gives a shit about her people. And when I say that, obviously, I'm referring to our representatives, our government, our systems, you know, the infrastructure that makes this nation. This is what spiritual activism looks like. This is exactly what it looks like. It's to be able to look at what's happening, remove your own emotional baggage from it, right? Because let me tell you, what's happening now is really affecting me. I'm sure it's affecting the shit out of you too. And I could be really banged up about it. I really could. There are a lot of things next month that are quite uncertain, and I can't even begin to think about December, okay? But I know what this is about, and I'm okay with it. I'm here for it, right? We need you to be here for it too. And by all means, keep meditating. But if that's not a practice that really works for you, then shit, taking 10 minutes a day to just stop and think about what is happening in the bigger picture and where it's leading and why everything that is happening right now is for the better. And it's even bitter to say it out loud, but it's true. It's true, and we will get through this. Have to. That's why we're here. See you later, all.